Imagine a quintessential English doctor, the kind you'd find in a quaint, unassuming town. Someone you'd invite into your home, someone you'd entrust with your very life. This was the image Dr. Harold Shipman cultivated in the seemingly peaceful community of Hyde. But behind that reassuring smile and professional demeanor lurked a chilling secret, a macabre pattern of betrayal that would eventually unmask him as one of Britain's most prolific and terrifying serial killers. This is the story of how a trusted physician became the angel of death in a white coat. Hyde, a seemingly ordinary town near Manchester, was Shipman's hunting ground. He established his medical practice and quickly became a fixture in the community. Patients trusted him implicitly, drawn to his calm and authoritative manner. They confided in him their ailments, their fears, never suspecting that the man offering remedies was secretly orchestrating their demise. Shipman preyed on the vulnerable, particularly elderly patients living alone. He made house calls, offering a comforting presence while subtly planning their deaths. His method was insidious, administering lethal doses of diamorphine, an opioid painkiller, making their deaths appear peaceful and natural. Over the years, a disturbing pattern began to emerge, though it largely went unnoticed. Shipman's patient mortality rates were significantly higher than those of his colleagues. Funerals became a frequent occurrence for the families under his care. While grief was natural, subtle inconsistencies and unanswered questions lingered in the minds of some. Deaths that seemed a little too sudden, a little too convenient, especially among the elderly who were otherwise relatively healthy. Yet, the idea that their trusted doctor was responsible was unthinkable, a notion quickly dismissed in the face of their established faith in him. Shipman meticulously signed death certificates, attributing deaths to old age or natural causes, expertly masking his sinister actions within the expected cycle of life and death. The carefully constructed facade began to crumble with the death of Kathleen Grundy, a vibrant 81-year-old former mayor of Hyde. While her passing in August 1998 initially seemed unremarkable, her daughter, Angela Woodruff, a solicitor, became immediately suspicious upon examining her mother's will. The document inexplicably left her substantial estate to Dr. Shipman, a man who, while her GP, wasn't a close friend or relative. This sudden and illogical change in her mother's testamentary wishes ignited a spark of doubt that Angela couldn't ignore. She knew her mother was too astute and careful with her affairs to make such an impulsive decision. Angela Woodruff's unwavering suspicion led her to contact the police. Initially, authorities were hesitant to investigate a respected doctor based solely on a peculiar will. However, Angela's persistence and the unusual circumstances surrounding her mother's death compelled them to take a closer look. In a pivotal moment, Kathleen Grundy's body was exhumed. Forensic examination revealed traces of a significant amount of diamorphine, a drug she had not been prescribed. The scientific evidence confirmed Angela's worst fears: her mother had been deliberately poisoned. The focus of the investigation immediately shifted to Dr. Harold Shipman. With the revelation of Kathleen Grundy's murder, the investigation into Dr. Shipman expanded exponentially. Police began meticulously reviewing the death certificates of his other patients, cross-referencing them with medical records and interviewing bereaved families. A chilling pattern emerged. Numerous elderly patients, many of whom were in relatively good health, had died suddenly while under Shipman's care, with remarkably similar circumstances surrounding their deaths. The sheer scale of potential victims began to dawn on the investigators, painting a horrifying picture of a doctor who had systematically abused his position of trust. Harold Shipman was eventually arrested, the weight of suspicion and mounting evidence finally leading to his apprehension. Yet, even in police custody, he remained defiant, steadfastly denying any wrongdoing. He clung to the belief that he was untouchable, that the deaths were merely coincidental or due to natural causes. His arrogance was chilling, his inability to acknowledge the enormity of his alleged crimes a testament to a deeply disturbed mind. He offered no remorse, no explanation, simply a wall of denial in the face of overwhelming evidence. The trial of Harold Shipman captivated the nation. The prosecution presented a mountain of evidence, meticulously detailing the suspicious circumstances surrounding the deaths of numerous patients. Expert witnesses testified to the unnatural levels of morphine found in exhumed bodies. While Shipman was ultimately convicted of 15 counts of murder, the true scale of his killing spree remained unknown, with estimates ranging from 218 to possibly over 250 victims. The guilty verdict brought a measure of justice for the families who had lost their loved ones, but it also left lingering questions about his motives and the full extent of his depravity. In 2004, Harold Shipman took his own life in prison, robbing the families of his victims of any potential answers or remorse. His motives remain largely a mystery, fueling speculation about a possible God complex or a twisted sense of control over life and death. The Shipman case stands as a stark reminder of the potential for darkness to hide behind the most trusted of facades. It exposed vulnerabilities in healthcare systems and led to significant changes in death certification processes. The chilling legacy of the Angel of Death continues to haunt the memory of the quiet town of Hyde and serves as a cautionary tale about the fragility of trust and the unimaginable depths of human cruelty.